Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to do my first ever hair video on YouTube. Today I'm going to show you guys how I do my signature blowout, signature hair curling video using an Airwrap styler. I'm going to give you guys my tips and tricks because I know a lot of you guys are still struggling with your Airwrap styler and not knowing how to use it, what barrels to use, the technique, whatever it is. So I'm going to break it down step by step on what I do, what I use, how I curl it, and everything you can think of. So sit back, relax, and grab yourself a nice little matcha. And let's get this video started. Okay, let's get started with hair prep. Feel free to skip this part if you just want to get into the actual tutorial, but I do think hair prep is really key when it comes to getting your curls to stay with an Airwrap styler. I know a lot of people have issues with that, so I'm going to give you guys all the tips and tricks that I have being a person that air wraps their hair basically like every day. Okay, starting off, I think it's an unwritten rule to know that you should air wrap your hair when it's 90% dry. So that definitely differs from a regular curling iron because typically for a curling iron, a lot of people wait till second day hair, they want their curls to stay, all of that. But with the Airwrap styler, I think with like the blowing method, like the way it works, it just works really well when your hair just has the slightest amount of dampness to it. And again, your hair shouldn't be soaked. It's like 90 to 95% dry, okay? This is my hair after the shower, but it has been a whole day, so my hair is 100% dry. However, my hair does curl really easily, so it's fine. If you are finding yourself struggling with a Airwrap styler, I do recommend styling your hair the day that you shower. Okay, that takes me to my next hair tip and trick. I know a lot of individuals like to use hair protectant. They like to use hair oils, all of that. I personally don't use a heat protectant. I know that sounds really bad. I don't recommend not using one, but personally for me, I don't really know if I see that much damage in my hair. I don't use a traditional curling iron that much, and I use the Airwrap styler, specifically the T3 or the Dyson, and I feel like my hair, I don't have that many split ends in my hair. I trim my hair every 6 to 8 months. My hair grows fine. I feel like it looks fine. So it works for me to not use a heat protectant, but if you have like thinner, hair, or you just have hair that is really susceptible, is that the right word, to like heat, then definitely use it. I would definitely try to find one that's very lightweight. You don't want anything weighing down your hair. You don't want anything that's too heavy, too thick, or anything like that. And on the concept of weighing down your hair oils. I only use hair oils depending if my hair looks really dry up top and really crazy, but I just feel like any sort of extra product on your hair aside from shampoo and conditioner, it's gonna weigh down your hair. And if you are somebody that your curls already don't stay, I just don't know if a hair oil is right for you. That's just my recommendation. I only use it a little bit, and I'll show you guys the hair oil that I do use. That's like my 2 cents when it comes to product. Honestly, my biggest thing is shampoo and conditioner, finding the right one that works for your hair, and your shampoo and conditioner routine. I know I am styling my hair the day after or the day of. I use less conditioner because I do feel like the oils and conditioner that makes your hair smoother does weigh down your hair a little bit more. So, if you're having struggles with that, try to mix up your shampoo and conditioner routine. That's my recommendation. I feel like it works for me. But again, I'm not like a professional or anything. These are just like little tips that I have grown to get accustomed to. Let's actually get into the hair tutorial. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I will be using my T3 Airwrap styler. This is their 360 Air styler, I believe. Out of all the 3 Airwrap stylers, I will say Dyson and T3 are my favorite. I have used the Shark. I've used my friend's Shark before, and I personally just don't like the body of the Shark. The button of the Shark is like down here, and I kind of hold my Airwrap right here when I'm like styling, and like it's nice to just be able to like click on and off. The Dyson and the T3 have very similar button settings. Shark one I think is down here or like to the side, and I don't know, it's just like awkward right here. Like I feel like it's a lot easier right here. Those are just like little things. I totally know I said we were gonna jump into the tutorial, but I need to show you guys the actual attachments so you know what you're doing. So these are the 3 attachments we will be using today. These are the 2 barrels, and this is like the big brush barrel. I have just slowly integrated this into my Airwrap routine, and it has made such a big difference, and I will show you guys why. First, when it comes to your barrels, you have 2 here with the Dyson, the newest edition. They have like a twist knob here, which is pretty nice, so you don't have to like take on and off the barrels, but it is what it is. I don't really care. So when you are wrapping your hair, if you want your curls to go away from your face, hold the opposite side to the hair that you are curling. Does that make sense? So for example, if I am curling this left side of my hair, I'm holding it in my right hand, and the barrel itself, you'll see the arrow points down. You guys see that? Remember that, down and out. Of course, if it's pointing up, then that means it's gonna go inwards. I like to do a mixture of inwards and outwards on my hair. I personally don't think it matters, but I think it gives me a little bit more volume, a little bit more layers to my hair, and I think it just looks really nice. So I like to do a combination. Let me get some matcha really quick. Honestly, let's just get started into the tutorial. For my bottom layer, I will basically start off with these curls being outwards and these curls being inwards. Again, I don't think it matters that much, but I just like to have a little bit more like layers onto my hair. I would turn it on, let it get heated for like 5 seconds, and then put it in your hair. Okay, you want to begin with the barrels at the end of your hair. This takes some practice. I know a lot of people struggle with this part, but once you get the ends of your hair wrapped around the barrel and you pull the slightest bit and there's some tension, that's when you know it's ready and you can slowly move up and allow the rest of your hair to be wrapped. My hair is a bit longer, so I do end up rolling the actual barrel manually all the way to the root of my hair. I hold it for a few seconds and then just allow the curl to drop down. Again, like I said, I do like to switch between inward and outward curls, so I swap the barrels out from time to time. Another tip I have for volume is that on my second layer of hair, the 2 pieces closest to my face, I wrap inwards. I feel like this allows the rest of my curls to have another layer to sit on top of versus coiling together. Last layer of my hair, I air wrap all away from my face. I like to also change the direction that I'm holding the entire barrel. So typically it's on a straight vertical hold, but on the top layer of my roots, I like to hold the barrel horizontally and really get into the root and get more volume. But I promise you, practice makes perfect and you are going to get the hang of it. I can literally air wrap my hair in under 10 minutes. Okay, now that your hair looks like this, you for sure can leave your curls as is. You can brush them out with your fingers. You can grab a wide tooth comb. I used to just leave my curls like this. I feel like it looked fine, especially when I brushed it out, but I have come to love more of that blowout, softer curls look, which is why this little brush head comes into play. I used to think that this didn't really make a difference, but this does give you more of like that blowout look that you get from the salon, I would say. This is just like regular curls. If you want your hair big and curly, for sure, keep it like this. End the video, don't forget to subscribe. But if you want a little bit more of like the subtle curls, the more big blowout curls, I'm gonna show you guys exactly what to do. And you can either section off your hair or not, it's totally up to you. Honestly, when I'm lazy, I kind of just half-ass it and I just do whatever. Okay, let's get into it really quick. You're basically just gonna grab like big sections, small sections, and you're gonna have a little wrist workout, okay? Like I said, this part is totally optional, but I swear it makes such a huge difference in your curls. You get these bouncy, voluminous curls that look amazing. The more times you roll your wrist in this motion, the bouncier and fluffier the curl gets. Remember to wrap the entire strand all the way up to the root, and then at the midsection to ends is where you focus with that wrist wrapping motion. I'm gonna flip my hair over, and this is what you are left with. Do you guys kind of see the difference in curls? I'm gonna put like a quick side by side. These ones are just a little bit more fluffier, and if I feel like my hair is really staticky or looking a little crazy, I do put hair oil in it. The only hair oil I use is this Kerastase Glaze Drop. I put just a little bit on my hair, just like the tiniest bit. I like the smell of it too, so that's a bonus. Use this little guy right here. Okay, I hope I explained it in depth enough on how I use the Airwrap styler, how I get these kind of curls. If you guys have any more questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. I can't wait to create a few more videos in terms of like hair and beauty. I'm trying to get back into the YouTube game because I miss filming content like this. But yeah, if you guys have any other videos you want me to film, please let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.